All it took was for one person to comment, "We want to know the tea." We want to know the tea, sis. We want to know the tea. We love it. We want to know the tea. We want to know what the fuck happened. We need to know. This is my second time attempting to make this video. So, please. What's that? Okay. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Akiela Galore, and today I'm giving you part 2 of the video of why I'm no longer friends with KB after being friends with JD and that whole saga. Okay. The first thing I want to say is KB and JD had beef prior to me even being around both of them. Their beef stemmed from high school over a man that KB was with. It was KB's man, and I guess JD tried to talk to him, or they had some type of, she was trying to get her man, and they ended up talking with each other. I don't know the details of that, so I'm going to leave that there, but just know that this was the guy that KB was with seriously, because they ended up being engaged at the high school. Like they were high school sweethearts or whatever, and JD tried to come in between that, so that they had beef. That's where their initial beef stemmed from, but I didn't know the depths of it. So once after I'm like, this whole time that I'm friends with, and me and JD became friends because of a friend that she was friends with, who's actually also my cousin, but I wasn't friends with that girl. So JD reached out to me on Facebook, and that's how I found out that she was in Atlanta, and me and her became friends, and we linked up from a Facebook post, and we ended up being friends, and then y'all know how that ends. So with KB, now KB's in the story. Her and JD have previous beef. However, JD and KB's beef stems from a place, like, I don't know, I can't give you the origins of that story because I wasn't there for it, but I just know that it trickled down to 10 years later, they still had some sort of dislike for each other. So I forget exactly what happened to, okay. So one day JD was being shady on Snapchat about KB, and me as JD's friend was being petty with JD. And I didn't know who she was talking about at first, but I think I said something on Snapchat, and KB messaged me like, "What's going on here?" And then that's how me and KB's initial conversation started, like our very first conversation with each other, because we're all class. Now, let me tell you something. All of us girls are classmates. We all come from the same hometown, and we had moved to Atlanta, Georgia after high school. And I didn't know they lived there. I moved to Atlanta, Georgia 2 days after graduating high school. KB ended up moving to Atlanta and going to college. I believe she went to Clark State University. And then JD ended up moving to Atlanta, and she moved to Atlanta with, I don't know, I digress. We're all hanging out or whatever, and we're all hanging out, but that's how me and KB initially linked. I forget what happens, but I do remember that in December of 2020, I ended up going on a girls trip with KB and her friends for KB's birthday, because her birthday is December 12th. So I ended up going on a trip with her and her friends to Miami, down here in Miami. And I honestly cannot remember where the fuck, like how did it go from we're not friends, I'm not friends with you no more, JD, I'm now friends with KB, and I'm on this girls trip with them, okay? Because KB was like, if you're gonna be friends with JD, you can't be friends with me. And I knew that. I knew that. The aura that KB gives off, she's like, she didn't like JD. She didn't like JD. It just seemed like JD was always antagonizing her, always trying to come after her, always just being petty, and she was. So somehow, like, it's so much drama. It's so much drama. So much drama. But I'm gonna get to the main point. The main speaking point is that I stopped being friends with JD, became friends with KB. KB, I ended up joining KB and her friends for a girls trip down here in Miami. We come down here to Miami, and it was supposed to just be a girls trip, but then KB's dude, her new dude that she had started just talking to, wanted to, show off. So he done flew him and his friends down here to Miami. So now it's girls and guys at the Airbnb. We chilling or whatever, and I remember in the Airbnb there was one of the dudes that came. They came from our hometown, and if you know Washington County, that is a very, 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 very small town. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody business. All those people. It's like from the time you are in school to the time you grow up, all y'all know each other all your life. Nobody hardly ever leaves the town. Your kids is there. You raising your kids there. Your kids gonna know everybody knows everybody. I'm not exaggerating. Everybody fucking knows everybody. You cannot walk out your house without somebody saying, like, for example, if they see me in Washington County, they'll be like, Shanita, I seen Akiela outside. Yeah, I seen Akiela over there at the U.S. Post Office. Yeah, she was there. Yeah, I seen her. She was in a red car. I think she had a dude in the front seat too. Yeah, I seen a dude. He had a red shirt, and he was, girl, I seen him. I tell you, I just seen your daughter. That's how they are. I'm telling you, can't. Yeah, girl, I'm in Walmart. I just seen her walk down aisle 7. I sure did. Yeah, she got somebody over there with her. I seen them. That's how they are where I'm from. Like, the town is so fucking small. Although I was born in Boston, Massachusetts, my mom moved to this very small town in Georgia where everybody knows every fucking body. Everybody knows your business. Everybody knows who's fucking who. Everybody knows what's going on at all times. It's so bad. So that's why I moved. That's one of the reasons why I moved, and that's another reason why I hardly ever go back. I never felt connected to my hometown where I was raised. I never felt connected to that place at all. But I'm digressing. So we're in Miami, and the guys are there, and there's this guy in particular that's there. His big back, greasy, no lip, having ass, motherfucking buck tooth, space gaps in every goddamn tooth marquise. Yes, his motherfucking ass. I had retreated to my bedroom, and I could hear them out in there cracking jokes. Ha ha, hee hee. Being shady. And I'm just like, the girls weren't sticking up for me as he was talking shit. They were laughing with him. Kiki, kaka, cackling. And I'm like, okay, I see what type of group of girls I'm around. I see now. Because I've always been a standalone chick. But I see who I'm with now. So, and I literally cannot remember how I ended up being invited on this trip with these girls, because I stopped being friends with JD. And then and KB knew I was friends with JD, but she also knew KB also was aware. Everybody became aware that me and JD was no longer friends when I cussed JD out on Snapchat. So when I cursed her out on Snapchat, they was like, yeah, we know you ain't fucking with her no more. We know she ain't fucking with you no more. Like, okay, cool. Y'all ain't friends no more. You can come be friends with us. Type shit. I'm like 20, 20. This is between the ages of 25, 26, and 27. So I'm 31 today. So I hear the shadiness as I retreated to the bedroom, so I can hear them like being shady, but I didn't say anything. So I'm just enjoying myself on a trip. We enjoying ourselves. But after that trip, I was just like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to be cool with these people anymore. So I can't remember how we disconnected. That's like our first initiation. After I stopped being friends with JD, I became friends with KB. And now I'm out of JD. Don't fuck with me no more. I'm fucking with KB now. KB's also my cousin. So when we're on a trip in Miami, I hear them being shady, but the guys are talking shit, but the girls are not sticking up for me. They're just like, I think it was, I don't remember what he said, but I remember how it made me feel, and I could hear them in the other room, and I was like, mental note taken, mental note taken. I remember saying it to myself, like, mental note taken on how he made me feel. I don't remember his words, but I remember how he made me feel. So I'm just like, okay, mental note taken. Now, I gotta make this quick because I'm running out of storage on my phone. We're gonna have to rock with this because my phone running out of storage. But okay, so the Miami trip ended. I said that after this Miami trip, I remember saying to myself that after this Miami trip, I'm gonna stop hanging with her because, damn, I don't want to hang with her. I feel like she comes across very artificial, very materialistic, and not her genuine self, like not her authentic self. Because one-on-one, me and this girl have conversations and she's one way, but then when we get around a group of people, she acts a completely different way, and I don't like that. So I remember that trip ended and I didn't see her again. I literally did a silent cutoff. And that was like in 2020. 2021 goes by, I don't hear anything from her. 2022 comes, and that's when I get my 6-figure contract. That's when I get my high-rise condo. That's when I move into my condo. I moved to Buckhead, Atlanta by myself, only name on the lease. That's when a miracle happened in my life. That's when things changed for me, unbeknownst to me, how my life would take this miraculous turn, and I would just have everything at the tip of my hands. Like I had it all. I was living that true bachelorette lifestyle in Atlanta, in Buckhead, before I moved down here to Miami, thriving. So one day, as I'm sitting, I'll never forget this. It was in March of 2022 because I had just met this guy from Canada, and I was at his Airbnb. I had just did a party. I remember March 20, it was probably like March 17, 2022 or something around that time. Somewhere March 17th through March 20th, somewhere around that time in 2022. I'll never forget it because this guy from Canada came down and he asked me on a date and we ended up linking up. So I was at his Airbnb, and when I was at his Airbnb, guess who 2 years later now, after me and KB stopped being friends, 2 years later, KB, she FaceTimes me. She FaceTimes me and I answer the phone. I'm like, hey girl. She's like, hey girl. She was like, oh, I was trying to call. She told me my first name is like starts with a different letter. And she was like, oh, I was trying to call. She said she was trying to call, let's say, what we're going to name him? Let's say she was trying to call Tony. She was like, oh, I was trying to call Tony. I was like, hey girl, how you doing? Whatever. And she was like, how you been? I do not believe that this girl was trying to motherfucking call Tony because me and Tony's letters don't add up. She's talking about, and she FaceTimed me. And you know how you have to like either FaceTime needs to be on your recent list of calls for you to ghost out somebody on FaceTime. You're not going to initiate. She said, she was like, oh, I didn't mean to call you. Yes, the fuck she did, because she seen that my life had changed. Her mom, I wasn't following KB on any social sites, but her mom was following me on Snapchat. Her sister was following me on Snapchat. Her brother was following me on Snapchat. Her stepdad was following me on fucking Facebook. So all the family members in your motherfucking household are following me on social media except for you. You know my life has changed because your people see that my life has changed. So that's why I believe that she FaceTimed me. Like, she literally, y'all, I'm not fucking kidding you. She fucking FaceTimed me and was like, oh, I was trying to call. Oh, fuck it. His name is Brad. She was like, I was trying to call Brad. I was trying to call Brad because my real name is Tanae. So she was like, oh, I was trying to call Brad. And I was like, you were trying to call Brad? I think that's a lie, but okay. So we're talking on the phone, and as we're talking on the phone, she's just like, how you been? I'm like, I'm good. How you been? Da da da. And I'm like, yeah, girl, I moved into I said, I just got a condo and my life has changed. I'm doing this and doing that. And she was like, where did you move to? Blah, blah, blah. We just ended up connecting again. That's how we connected again, because she mistakenly FaceTimed me because she was trying to call Brad, but she called Britt today. So she says that's how we initiated our friendship back together. And she started coming over my house to my condo, and she just kind of like, it seemed like when I was doing bad, when I was in a shitty position, because when I went to Miami with them, I wasn't in this position. She didn't want to hang out with me. She wasn't like, oh, let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that. She wasn't trying to do none of those things. She was just like, I got more money than you. I'm not saying that she said this, but this is the energy that she gave. The energy she gave is, bitch, I have more money than you. I have my car. I have my place. Because before I got that, I was living with my boyfriend over in the hood on the south side of Atlanta, motherfucking struggling, going back and forth, trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do with my life. But after I broke up with him and dropped that motherfucking bad habit, I went up. Okay? It always happens. So when I was a bummy, when I was a little bummy, she wasn't trying to hang out with me like that. But she would, at least not in public. She was just like, I see, because I would see her she would hang out with me, and then I would go see her do other things that she wouldn't invite me to in the city of Atlanta. And I'm like, that's weird, but okay. I see you being shady, but okay. So back to the FaceTime. She FaceTimed me, we linked, and I knew that she would want to be, like, I knew that when she see how I was living, she was going to want to come back around. Like, and on top of that, the building that I moved into Buckhead, the building I moved into, she was fucking a guy in my building. So she really started coming around more then. She was fucking a guy that lived, I was on the 15th floor, and the dude that she was fucking was on the 10th floor. So we're, all of a sudden, KB's back in the picture. She's back in the picture. We're hanging out like every other day. She's coming over my house, and I'm just like, this is weird. Like, I knew that she would want to, because I got this high-rise condo. I knew that she would want to come over here. I knew that she would want to hang out or whatever, but I started to feel like, this bitch is using me. This bitch is using me for my lifestyle, because when she would come over, she want to take pictures of the view and like post the view. And because the dude that she was fucking with, I guess she was playing mind games with him, because I didn't know him. He didn't know me. And she would just be showing up at my house and then hitting the dude up like, oh, I'm in your building, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, just showing the views. But he was trying to figure out, like, who the fuck you fucking with in my building? He didn't know it was me. But yeah, that's what she was doing. Like, just coming to my house, posting the view, hanging out with me, posting the view. And it had people speculating, like, what the fuck is going on with her? Like that. They thought it was her condo. People thought she had moved into that building. People thought that was her lifestyle upgrade. People was like, oh shit, she moving on up. Didn't know it was me. But so we start hanging out or whatever, and I just get this feeling that I feel like she's using me. I get this feeling I feel like she's using me, like she's not genuinely wanting to be my friend. She's using me. So she would call her mom, like she'd be on the phone with her mom when she's coming into my house. Now, mind you, this is where shit gets spiritual for me. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to agree with me. This is where shit gets spiritual for me. Her mom is known in our town as like this. She does root work, like root working mama. Root working. She don't mind. I've heard her be called a witch. She does spiritual work. Like, she's spiritually in tune, just like I am. But I feel like I get slipped because I come across so, hey, how you doing? So bubbly. People mistake me as a joke. Like, she might not be tapped into what we tapped into, but bitch, I'm tapped into it. Believe that. You better motherfucking believe it. So me and KB are hanging out, and my spirit is just like unsettled. My spirit is just not settled with this girl in my house. My spirit is not settled with this girl around me. I just feel like every time she came around, it felt like my spirit was a jumping beam. Like it was like pew, 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 pew. Something's off. Like it just, I can't use. It just felt like this. Something's off. Something's very much so off with this girl and her mama. So I start paying attention to my spirit when she comes around more. Like I'm reading. But I'm talking to her because something's off. When KB, I felt like me and KB could have had a better friendship. Like KB was a fitness trainer. She's a fitness coach. And I would be like, man, maybe I want us to do high vibrational things. Like maybe we should look into how we could create a DVD and sell it. We should look into how we could create workouts and sell it. Not DVD, but like, you know how they rent the workout plans? I felt like we should do that. I had the money to invest in those types of things at the time. I felt like we should, we could create content. Like we could do something great together. But no, she wanted to use me. And if you're watching this video, you know that you was not fucking with me like that. For real, girl. You know that you was using me. You was coming over to my house. I was cooking dinner for you. We was hanging out like friends, but it wasn't reciprocal. The energy wasn't reciprocated. So one day KB told me about her mom. Like her mom do some root work. And one day KB came to my house. Every time KB would be on the phone with her mom, she would like, oh yeah, mom, I just made it over. Like she would always, when I hear her on the phone, she's like, oh yeah, I'm with Akiela. Oh yeah, I'm with Akiela. Yeah, I'm with Akiela. I always hear her say, I'm with Akiela. I didn't like that because I didn't like people to know what I'm doing. I don't like people, like if you come around me and we hanging out, I don't need you calling people like, oh yeah, I'm hanging out with Akiela, we doing this. Like, bitch, keep them out of business. It's like she didn't know how to keep things to herself. She kept sneaky shit to herself, but she didn't know how to keep certain things to herself. It's like she would keep the slick shit, like fucking around on niggas behind their back to herself, but she wouldn't keep the shit like, bitch, we're friends. You don't need to tell your mom everything that we're fucking talking about, bitch, because your mom is, I believe, I don't have this for a fact, but I believe that her mom was jealous of her. I honestly believe that her mom was jealous of her lifestyle and how her daughter was living, to be honest. And it's not far-fetched. Moms be jealous of daughters. Like her mom had her when she was 15. Now her daughter out here thriving. She might not say it like that, but spiritually, we used to be having some deep conversations about spirituality. And she would tell me like her people, they geeky, like they do that geeky shit. They do root work. KB has been to the root doctor, the witch doctor. Y'all do their work. Y'all doing real root shit. You're doing real shit. But I am a child of God, and I am fucking protected. So when we would be hanging around, I just got this feeling that something was very much so off. So I couldn't, my spirit was just unsettled. She'd be on the phone with her mom when she was coming to my house. And one day, like KB only came back around me because I had money. I know that for a fact. Like I genuinely believe that. KB, I believe that you genuinely only came back around me with that fake FaceTime call that you said you did. I don't believe that was a fake FaceTime. I believe that your family or somebody told you that I was winning in life and you wanted to see it for yourself. So you mistakenly FaceTime me. You didn't think I would answer the phone because you thought I changed my number. I answered the phone and you were shocked. And then you was like, oh, hey girl, and gave me this fake facade. And now we're back cool again. And because I was thinking from a genuine space, I thought it was like, oh, she really want to be my friend. But when you got back around me, I seen that you was using me. The only time you would really come around me is when you wanted to go to that dude's house that lived 5 floors down from me. And that's the only time you ever came over to my house is when you knew that you would end up at his house for that night. because you're like, oh, I'm in the area. So once she kept doing that, she kept coming over and going down to his place and going back and forth between his place and my place, just having a great old grand time. I was like, this girl is really using me. So she ended up she ended up planning a trip to go to Jamaica for her birthday in 2022. And that was my make or break time. I just knew I wanted to go to the trip to Jamaica. I wanted to go on a trip to Jamaica with her, but around that time is like when my spirit was really detecting, and that shit had just happened with that girl Shanquella, and I just was in a space was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go out of the country and be around nobody I don't fully fucking trust. So I didn't go on the trip. I stopped. Kind of like after that, then I just kind of pulled back from her because I keep missing the part where when she one time she was on the phone with her mom. She had her mom on speakerphone, and she was just like, and I remember her saying to her mom on the phone, or I remember her mom saying on the phone, she was like, her mom was like, "What you doing?" She was like, "Oh, I'm at Akiela's house." She was like, "You just over there to see that dude." That's what her mom said. She tried to hurry up and take her mom off the speakerphone. She was like, "You just over there to see that dude." That's what her mom had said. And I was just like, bingo, my spirit motherfucking detected that a long time ago, that she was just here to motherfucking use me because I'm now living in this high-rise condo on the 15th floor. I motherfucking got 24-hour concierge. I'm making $120,000 a year. I don't have a car. I'm living in the best zip code in the state of Georgia. I work my motherfucking ass off to get it, and this bitch is over here fucking every day or every other day just hanging out at my house, knowing damn well she wouldn't have had me hanging out at hers, because when I used to try to go over her house, she was like, "Oh, I don't let people in my house, but you want to be at my house?" Yeah, that's when I knew. I was like, this girl she's a hypergamous friend. She only hang around friends who got a certain aesthetic, who have a certain type of who got money. And she was doing all that, and I was just like, yeah, I gotta cut her off. She gotta go. She gotta go. So I ended up cutting her loose as well, and I changed. I think I blocked her. I think I blocked her from my phone. I didn't even give her the last time. I think the last time I said to her, the last time I spoke to her, I was like, "Don't go." She told me that she was going to our hometown to go do something, and I told her, "Don't get stuck down there. Don't get stuck in our hometown because it's a trap." I'll be damned. I'll be damned if her mom. So, I don't know what it is about Washington County or Sandersville, but it's like it is a fucking trap. It's a fucking trap. You can either be down there and thrive, and I'm not saying that some people aren't down there thriving. I just feel like I wanted more out of life, and I didn't see that there for me. She ends up the dude that was on the trip with us and that came down to Miami to be with her for her birthday. He ends up getting her pregnant with his third. She became the third baby mama with the third child, and she's now living in our hometown. She's a teacher, and she has her kid, and she has the same, like she used to be on this high horse, and the same people that she used to look down upon, she had to see them on her way down when she was going back to fucking Sandersville to go live there so that she could be around her family and have help with her kid because she had a baby by a bum ass nigga. He a bum. Even if you are watching this nigga, you a bum. What the fuck do you have to show for all the money that you've made in your life besides gambling? You don't even have a motherfucking bank account, nigga. You don't know how to motherfucking take care of the shit that you're supposed to take care of, nigga. Just because you showing that you got money, nigga, that don't mean you got money. Nigga, niggas who show their motherfucking money ain't got shit. Nada. Prada. Not a motherfucking thing, bitch. So, I cut her off. Changed my number. deleted her mom from my Snapchat, deleted her sister, deleted her brother, deleted anybody, and deleted her brother's baby mama, because her brother's baby mama is another one. But it's so crazy how the baby mama is the brother's, like KB's brother's baby mama is younger than her. But it's so crazy how the roles, like it's almost like a destiny swap happened. You know about destiny swaps, when people try to. I believe that a destiny swap happened with KB. A destiny swap happened between her and some people around her, because it goes very, very deep for me. It's some shit that I could talk about with y'all that I don't even think y'all ready to motherfucking hear when it comes to destiny swapping and how your own mama can be against you and help your own fucking enemies rise to the top, but not you. So, yeah. But yeah, that's how me and KB stopped being friends. I just felt like she was using me, and I cut her fucking ass off. Please leave your comments down in the comment section below on what you think about this story. I know it's kind of like all over the place, but if you can stay with it, if you stuck with it and you made it to the end of this goddamn video, I do appreciate you for watching, but that shit happened. Bitches can be leeches too. Wait, I'm adding this part in. This is Editor Akiela here, and I gotta add this part in because I forgot to tell y'all how JD found out that her paymaster became my paymaster too, because his big back ass, yeah, he was a fat nigga, big back nigga who eat motherfucking good. He made sure we ate good too. That nigga is a big back nigga who loves slim ass girls like us. And the reason why he became the reason how she found out is because me and that nigga was in the motherfucking hotel, and he fucking called this nigga named Drake while we was together, and Drake went back and motherfucking told JD, because niggas gossip, bitches. Niggas are bitches too, because they gossip and run their motherfucking mouth. You ain't know? Niggas talk more than bitches. That's how he motherfucking found. That's how she found out, and I don't give a fuck. I told y'all, when bitches go low with me, I'm still growing. But if you go low with me, bitch, I'm on it 2 times, bitch. I'm flexible, bitch. I can go low. I'm not Michelle Obama. It's women who taught me how to be savage. Women taught me how to be savage, not men. Women taught me how to be savage and not motherfucking play with y'all, and not y'all play on my neck like, bitch. I know it's some bitches who probably watching my channel like, I can't stand that bitch. I don't like her. I can't stand her motherfucking ass. Or I love her. I love her. Like, I got more love out here in these streets than hate. But I'm very much so aware of how catty bitches can be. That's why I never let a bitch be like, oh, they be like, who your best friend? I'm my own fucking best friend, bitch. My own fucking best friend. Because I learned from women that women can be very catty and competitive and do slick shit. But bitch, I'll do it right back to your motherfucking monkey ass, because I'm not Michelle. I'm not Michelle. I'm not Beyonce, bitch. I'm going to say something and I'm going to do something. I'm going to take action, bitch. Because faith without works is dead. Okay? Women can be leeches to other women. They sure can. I'll see you in the next video.